Okay, so now the token system. You guys have in your packet, you have a little, it's the only colored one, I believe, that's got tokens on it. So, of course, if somebody has cash, they can just come on in, go up to your table, and buy whatever you're selling. A lot of times people don't have cash. So we have a credit card machine. We cover the bank fees and all of that. And they will come to our table, they'll swipe their card, and if they're credit or debit, they will get a $5 token for however much they took off their card. Of all the tokens, this is the only $5 token, and you guys have a picture of it there. And as you can see, they can use it for anything at the market. It's basically cash. And if your product costs $4 and they give you a $5 token, you give them change. You give them cash change. If you give them tokens, I go to jail. So please don't do that. So that is green, $5, green for cash. The next one is a red $1 SNAP token. So SNAP EBT. If people have food stamps, they can use them at the market for certain things. Again, they come here first, they swipe their card, we give them $1 tokens, and they're in red. Those are for eligible foods. So pretty much anything they can eat here that is meant to either produce or that is packaged and meant to be taken home. So if you have a plate of donuts and you're selling donuts one at a time, and when they buy it, you put the donut in their hand and they walk away, that is not SNAP. But if the donuts are in a package, it's meant to be taken away and eaten, that would be SNAP. So no change can be given for that. That's why those are in a $1 increments. So if you have something for $1.50, you have to give them $1 worth of something. You can't charge them $2 and give them $1.50 worth of product. That also is illegal. You can't charge sales tax on that. So keeping track of your SNAP products, that would be something that you can then not have to pay sales tax on. The next is a silver token. That is Double Up Oklahoma. That is a matching program for the food stamps. And as you can see, that's only good for fruits and vegetables. So that's one of the easiest ones. Again, $1. No change given. And then we have a blue and a gold one. That's the senior. There's a special senior program. And they can use theirs for fruits, vegetable, herbs, and raw honey. And they will try to use it for more. So you gotta watch them. And then of course we have our market cash. So the only paper one, each year they look different. Always, so far, $3. We'll have the dates. It's only good for this season. Only good for fruits and vegetables. So how do you keep it all straight? Well, that sheet that you have there is going to be in your vendor envelope. So that's number 1. Also, the vendors will get a sign, and some of you will get one sign. So if you only do produce, and you can accept all the tokens and basically all the currencies, you'll see everything's listed right there. So if you're in doubt, check that. And then another thing that you'll have is also in your packet, and that looks like an Excel spreadsheet with colors. That is your reimbursement token tracking form. That's always in your envelope. Color-coded to kind of help you with that. At the very top, it tells you exactly what you can use them for, so that's another spot where you can look and see. And if in doubt, always just ask.
That's your cheat sheet.
That's your cheat sheet, yes. And sometimes we'll go through and we'll cross out the columns that you can't accept. For Joyce, she has several different ones because the produce, she can collect all of these. The crafts, it's just the cash and the credit debit tokens. And the eggs, she can accept SNAP for the eggs. So in that case, if you have several different ones, you'll want to kind of keep your stuff separate and have the sign in front of that. And then to kind of help also this year, because there might be so many more products that may or may not be SNAP and all of this, we will have some little stickers. So red stickers for SNAP, blue stickers for senior, yellow stickers for probably double up. So if that helps too, if there's so much on the table that it's kind of hard, like these baked goods are SNAP, but these aren't, we'll try that too. But it's a lot to kind of keep straight, more so for some of us than others. But once you do it and get the hang of it, you'll be good. You get like a freebie. If you mess up the first time, okay, we'll pay you. But after that, if you mess up, then yes. The other thing about the tokens is many markets use tokens. Always please make sure that you check and it's our token. Because we've gotten Tulsa's tokens.
Web City.
Web City's tokens.
I've got one in my personal.
Yes, go to Web City and have fun with that. I still have some Tulsa ones for 5 years now. But, and then, let me see, there was one more thing about that. If I think about it, it'll come back to me. All right, any questions about that? Okay.
People will try and talk you into things too, so beware.
Yes. Oh, that's what it was. Thank you. Also, our senior farmers market, the blue and the gold ones. So we have two different colors because originally when we started the program, they told us we had to have a different color every other year. And then I guess that disappeared. I don't know. So the problem with the gold ones is that sometimes if they're turned over to one side, they can look like the SNAP ones. The gold kind of looks like the red on the SNAP. So always, if you look at your sheet, you'll see that the senior ones have a different, it's like a round circle around the $1. Always make sure that you look for that. How do you get reimbursed? That's the next thing. In your envelope every week, on that tracking form, at the end of that envelope is where you're going to put all of your market cash, all of your tokens. And at the end of the night, you're going to add everything up. So I had 3 of the SNAP, I had 10 of the credit debit ones. You add it all up, and you put your initials on there so I know that you know what you're supposed to be reimbursed. And then you turn it in at the end of the night, and next week when you pick up your envelope, you'll have a check in there. Okay, so staying in the know, so if you become a vendor, we use the Remind app. It's the same one a lot of the schools use. And so we have a special group for the vendors. And if you become a vendor, you will want to join that group. That is the way to know what's going on at a moment's notice. If the road is flooded, how do you get here? If there's a tornado warning and we don't have a market, let you know ahead of time. Or we are going to have a market. Come on out. So you'll want to join that. It is not a group text, which is nice. I can do an announcement, and if you respond to me, it's just you and me. So that's why we use that one, because I hate group chats. We also have an active social media following. I think we're up to, it's 4,300 followers on Facebook now, 600 plus on Instagram. Those are the 2 main ones. We also are Tuesdays, Miami News Record, we always have an article. And then Thursdays on the Mother Road Morning Show, the KGLC, that's the station out here. Thursdays we'll be there talking about what's going on at the market. Just real quick tips for having a successful market season if you're new or old, just things that we've kind of noticed over the last 6 years. Consistent attendance. You know, I know you can't always make it, but even if you're not going to be here every week, if you can kind of do maybe the 1st and the 3rd of every month, then the customers know when you'll be here. And they'll know I've got 2 more weeks before I can get my jelly, pepper jelly? Yeah. Or give us the dates ahead of time and then we'll know. On the other hand, if you're a seasonal vendor and you're not going to be able to make it, let us know as soon as you can so we can let everyone else know. Your booth, make it attractive, have a banner if you can. A lot of the produce vendors will kind of condense as they start selling out of things. It really makes a big difference. Something about half-empty tables people do not like. So, start breaking down, condense things. I think there's a saying I saw, stack it high and watch it fly. It's a farmer's market thing. Putting crates, putting shelving up, getting things up. They don't like just a flat surface either. So, give it some character. Use chalkboards, use whiteboards. They like deals, 2 for 1, 3 for 5, buy one, get one free. They like that. If you do not have a Facebook or an Instagram page and you're on the computer, you need one. That's how customers can get a hold of you and say, I need 2 dozen peanut butter cookies and I'll pick them up at the market on Thursday. Or chickens are laying all year long. This is how you can, get eggs out to everybody in the off season. And when we post, we will tag, and so then that gets you more attention as well, and it helps us because the more people we tag, the better our stuff does. Something that a lot of people mentioned in our customer survey, time and time again, is, out here in Miami, people, even though we've been here for almost 7 years now, they don't quite understand how farmers markets work. And they'll come by and they'll see, a single person will see a basket of 5 or 6 zucchini, and they can't eat that much, and they won't ask if they could just have 1 or 2. They'll just walk by because they don't want it to go to waste. So people have asked, can I buy a la carte? Can I just buy 1 or 2 things? Or can we have maybe some smaller baskets? The fact that the market cashes in $3 increments, and we had a lot of the Boys and Girls Club coming with their little market cash, it would be really nice to have some $3 smaller baskets or offered to the person, would you like to just buy a couple? And also, I think with everything going on in inflation this year, cost is really important to people and to you guys as well. And so it will make a difference. You'll miss out on a $5 sale, but you might have made $2 or $3. So, and then also, it's dinner time about this time. Everyone's been at work, they're heading home, so they stop here, they're hungry. They're not gonna buy a big old thing, maybe a dozen cookies, but if you had like a 3-pack, they're gonna buy them and eat them on the way home. So having some smaller things for people might do well. There's kind of a price point, and it seems to be, from what I noticed, like we had someone that had like very nice, beautiful, huge $20 pies, and she barely sold them. But the people that had the smaller, maybe 1 or 2 serving $5 pies sold out. So those kind of things, it's like the $5, $10 really do well. With the quick breads and stuff, I really think it's something about like $5 for a lot of people in baked goods. I don't know. Every market's a little different with their price points and their customers and what they like and what they don't. And you just kind of find your way with our quirky Miami crowd. So,
Yeah.
You guys, the last page after your actual application is a page of important numbers. So that's for you guys. It's got my cell phone number. It's got Brittany's office number, unless it's emergency. And by emergency, I mean Thursdays, because God knows where we are. So on Thursdays, use Brittany's cell phone. Otherwise, try to call the office number if you can. It's got the Remind app for the link to the vendor group. So if you need that. It's got our website. So if you are going to be non-seasonal or seasonal and you decide you want to pay online, you can do that. It's got a link for the Oklahoma Food Freedom Act. The Serve Safe Food Handlers class link is there. The information for our health inspectors, so if you want to start making hot food to sell here or start selling beef or chicken or pork or dairy, you need to talk to her. It's got the link for the sales tax permit, and then some information about the applications. All right, so finally, what do we do now? So if you guys are good, you're like, I want to do this, I want to be a vendor, I want to be seasonal, and I want to pay my $200. Then make sure that you have a complete application. Make sure it's got the sales tax stuff, the food handlers class. That's a complete application. Those are due on the 30th. So whichever way you can get them to us, you can mail them, email them. You can drop them off at Northeastern Tribal Health Systems, which is the Indian clinic here in town. So those are due on 4/30. The reason why we're doing this, and then on 5/2 we'll let everybody know, is because we might have to turn 1 or 2 people down if we get 5 people that want to sell chocolate chip cookies. Because that's not going to be good for the market or you guys as chocolate chip cookie vendors. So if we end up getting, too many of one particular product, then we're going to have to turn some people down. So once we get the applications on the 30th, then we'll be able to go through, see what we've got, and decide if everybody's going to be part of it, or there's a few that we might have to say no to. The way we're going to decide if we do have to is our previous vendors get, first consideration, of course, and then new seasonal vendors, and then new non-seasonal vendors. But on May 2nd, we'll let everybody know, one way or the other, and then payment is due on May 12th. If you're not selected, then we'll do a wait list and add you as we can. Okay, guys, so make sure you grab anything over there if you need more information. If you need to talk with me, I'll be up here. If you need to schedule your farm visit, please see Rose before you leave. And otherwise, I hope to see everybody on the 12th. I think it'll be a good season. Thank you for giving me your time, you guys. I really appreciate it.